I don't know how many of you like to watch the Pro Bowl, but usually I tune in and hope for a good game. And this year's Pro Bowl turned out to be an awesome one. But let's talk about the Pro Bowl Skill Showdown, which turned out to be very entertaining as well. Bringing it back for another year and adding a couple events to it too. Starting with the precision passing for quarterbacks. Derek Carr of the Oakland Raiders scored 21 points, edging out the LA Rams' Jared Goff by 1 point. So the AFC took the 1-0 lead. And then for one of the new events, the Gridiron Gauntlet, which was sort of like an obstacle relay, the NFC put up a very good time of 50 seconds, beating the AFC's time of 1:06 seconds. So that tied up the series at 1-1. And the best hands competition for wide receivers, the New Orleans Saints' Michael Thomas put up a near-flawless run at 1:02. And the Miami Marlins' Jarvis Landry made it close at the end, but missed the final diving catch at the end and failed to defend his title in this event from last year. So Michael Thomas gave NFC the 2-1 lead. And another new event, the Kick-Tac-Toe for kickers, which turned out to be my favorite event. The kickers played a very good game, and Graham Gano of the Carolina Panthers defeated Chris Boswell of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So Gano extended the lead for the NFC 3-1. So that set up the winner-take-all epic Pro Bowl dodgeball, which was worth 3 points. The NFC played well, eliminating players early, but in the final round it was the Miami Dolphins wide receiver Jarvis Landry who survived the 2-on-1, where he eliminated the Green Bay Packers defensive end Mike Daniels, and eventually caught the throw from the Carolina Panthers kicker Graham Gano for the clutch victory on an epic finish. So the NFC blew the 3-1 lead and the AFC took it 4-3. And then the drone drop, which is sort of like an extra charity event. It was the Miami Dolphins wide receiver Jarvis Landry versus the Arizona Cardinals cornerback Patrick Peterson. So Landry caught both drops and the second one bouncing off his shoulder. But Peterson missed the second drop. So Landry was the winner and gets $10,000 to donate to the charity of his choice. Now onto the Pro Bowl, which turned out to be a really entertaining one. The AFC came back clutch to win the Skill Showdown. But are they good enough to take the Pro Bowl too? So the game started off great in the opening drive for the NFC and the Saints quarterback Drew Brees, connecting with the Vikings receivers Rudolph and Thielen a few times and ultimately scoring a touchdown. And on the AFC side, it was a much slower start for the Steelers quarterback Big Ben. He liked to look for his own receiver Antonio Brown most of the time, but failed to connect with him on quite a few attempts. So they just got a field goal from their kicker Chris Boswell to end the first, trailing 7-3. Then the rain started to kick in at Orlando, Florida. So in slippery conditions, the NFC had a great chance to add to their score, after the AFC fumbled the ball on a punt return. Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson couldn't get it going though, so the Panthers kicker Graham Gano kicked the field goal for the 10-3 lead. Big Ben was still in the game for the first half of the second quarter, until he threw a pick six to the Vikings safety Harrison Smith, to extend the NFC lead to 17-3. The Vikings players played well all game on both offense and defense, but too bad they didn't do that in the conference championship game. So the Chiefs quarterback Alex Smith came in for Big Ben, hoping to spark their team. He initially found some offense linking up with the Dolphins receiver Jarvis Landry on a deep throw to move up to the red zone, but on the ensuing play he threw an interception, so it gave Russell Wilson a chance to take it down the other way for a Gano field goal, and that closed the half with a big 20-3 NFC lead. But in the second half, the AFC finally found their offense. Alex Smith started it off with a touchdown drive. Delanie Walker, the Titans tight end, made the 4-yard catch to cut the score in half 20-10, and the NFC lost their offense. Russell Wilson threw a pick. Then in came the Saints quarterback Derek Carr to try and continue the comeback for the AFC, and he came out firing, finding the Colts receiver T.Y. Hilton for a deep pass, so the Bills running back LaShawn McCoy punched it in for a touchdown, and the AFC only trailed by 3. So in came the Rams quarterback Jared Goff for the NFC. He made a few completions, and had a scoring drive right at the start of the fourth. Graham Gano scored the field goal for the 23-17 lead. Goff had a couple more drives but couldn't add to the lead, and that set up a glorious opportunity for Derek Carr and the AFC to complete the comeback. And they did exactly that with Delanie Walker again scoring the winning touchdown. And the Broncos linebacker Von Miller closed it out with a fumble recovery on Goff's final chance. And that was it. The AFC came all the way from behind for the 24-23 win. So of course Delanie Walker was the offensive MVP, and Von Miller was the defensive MVP, in their combined effort to complete the epic comeback. So we had a really fun Pro Bowl skill showdown, with the AFC down 3-1 but coming back clutch to win it, and an entertaining Pro Bowl with the AFC down by a big margin, but coming back clutch again to win it as well. I hope next week's Super Bowl is just as good as this year's Pro Bowl. But thanks so much for watching, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week for the Super Bowl.